I feel like it would. The whole vibe is like that. You do it
Tuesday,
in one sitting.
January 15th, 2019. A British SAS operator on a mission to train local.
Ooh, this video looks good. Hold on.
Local Kenyan defense forces quickly found himself in the middle of a 2-day siege at the luxury Duset D2 complex in Nairobi. The 5 gunmen unleashed fury as hundreds of innocent civilians ran for their lives. But not before the solo operator grabbed his weapon and his kit and
this guy's like a siege operator? What is going on?
stormed in, self-initiating an off-duty rescue mission. And after a 19-hour game of cat and mouse, the lone operator saved hundreds of lives and took the lives of the enemy.
This is tough. How do they even make one of these things, though? Nobody's been awake in 3 hours, bro. If I would have done it if I would have started at like 6 a.m. today.
In 2019 alone, there were over 6 terrorist attacks in Kenya. And over the last several decades, terrorism in Kenya has run rampant throughout, from the 1975 Nairobi bombing to the 2013 Westgate Mall incident. And since its creation in 1895, East Africa has been at the nexus of several political disputes that revolve around the political conflicts of the Middle East, as Kenya has remained an ally of Western governments and is host to several sensitive Western interests, including US and British military bases. And with poverty, weak borders, corrupt or incompetent police, and the rapid rise of extremist groups, Kenya and other African nations have quickly become hotbeds and easy targets for global terrorists. And the Kenyan army has yet to contain the influx of terrorism moving in from Somalia. And sadly, too many Kenyan soldiers have died trying.
Damn.
At the forefront of Kenya's counterterrorism efforts,
this is
are the
crazy.
Kenyan Defense Forces, well-armed and well-trained Special Operations Forces. The Kenyan Special Operations Regiment, the 30th Special Forces Battalion, and the 40th
gated community human. That's not true. I'm not gated community whatsoever.
Ranger Strike Force, who have all received their training from both U.S. and British Military Special Operations Command, such as the U.S. Army's highly capable Green Berets and the United Kingdom's ultra-secretive Special Air Service. And in January of 2019, an SAS team was sent out to do just that.
Dude, whatever these little sound effects are, they're nice, buddy. Really setting the tone here. Oh shit, the doc is back. Oh no.
Amongst the SAS team was a team member by the name of Christian Craighead, a seasoned operator who first joined the British Army at 16 years old in 1992.
Holy shit.
He began his career as a junior paratrooper before coming of age and moving onward to the paratrooper regiment, which for comparison to the United States, a British paratrooper is the same thing as an Army Ranger. After serving 3 years as a paratrooper, Craighead then joined the Pathfinders, which again for US comparison, it's like MARSOC. He deployed with the Pathfinders to Iraq.
I don't know what that is though. MARSOC, what is that? Marines or something? I don't know what that is.
During the 2003 invasion of Iraq, where he led reconnaissance missions. And around 9 years later, he attended and completed the SAS's notorious 6-month-long selection program and joined the SAS regiment.
Holy shit.
And in true SAS fashion, the rest of his history is lost and remains untold, as the ethics of the Special Air Service are true to form of the phrase, the quiet professionals. But the SAS's legendary exploits over the...
That's such a tough picture. That is such a tough picture, buddy. And what is in between? That's his fucking balls, dude. That's what that is. Those are giant balls sagging through his pants, buddy, to be holding this shit.
Service are true to form of the phrase, the quiet professionals. But but the SAS's legendary exploits over the years have often superseded their efforts of secrecy.
The end came with an assault on the building by the Army Special Air Services Regiment, the SAS.
And at the tip of their spear lies the 22nd SAS Regiment, the Special Air Services Tier 1 unit, of which Craighead belonged. And when his seemingly peaceful training mission in Kenya took an unpredictable turn, Craighead delivered the gunman an unpredictable turn of his own. And on the afternoon of January 19th, at approximately 3 p.m., at the 5-star Duset D2 hotel complex, as guests were having lunch and shopping around, 5 Kenyan nationals of non-Somali descent were moments away from executing a calculated attack. The terrorist cell had traveled to the complex from their home base located in Somalia. Armed with AK-47s, hand grenades, and an IED, the men staged outside of the complex. The 14 Riverside complex in its entirety is one of East Africa's largest and more upscale developments, consisting of banks, restaurants, executive offices, and the hotel itself. A stage with stark contrast to the barbaric attack that was soon to unfold. At approximately 3:30 p.m., one of the insurgents breaks off on his own and enters the complex, where he locates and fronts the outdoor patio of the lively lunchtime rush of the Secret Garden restaurant, shouting aloud in Swahili before committing to the first phase of the attack and blowing himself up.
What the hell? It's crazy what these motherfuckers would do for their country.
Call of Duty our campaign.
Once the explosion was heard, the 4 men began their assault, where they engaged 2 Kenyan police officers guarding the gate. The men then threw hand grenades at 3 unattended parked cars, setting phase 2 of the attack into motion. 2 explosions to create panic and confusion. The 4 men then entered the complex and split up into 2 groups as they made their way to the first office block and began shooting and throwing grenades inside. And at this point, everyone is trying to escape and call for help by any means necessary.
Damn, these motherfuckers went to Twitter. That'd be the last app I would go to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That would be the last app I'm going to. Did they ever get an update on that guy?
You're thinking this could never happen here. Shots started to be fired at us, passing just over our heads, breaking the windows. And that's when now everybody just started to run. It was now every man for himself. There were several of us who ran into the bathroom. While we were hiding that place, the shots kept on continuing. I really just saw that this might be the end. So the first tweet was to inform the authorities that something's going on. The second one was now I was getting concerned, and I wanted just to tell them that I love them, and if I don't make it, then I'll see you again. If I die, I love the Lord and believe I will go to heaven, and please tell my family I love them. I love you, Caleb, Mark, and Carol. It's like you're seeing them for a first time after a long time. Yeah, and we're really happy to see them and to meet them and to hug them. And we were just a few meters from the attackers, but somehow they didn't come to your room. They went to a different room. So you feel lucky, because if they had come to your room, most likely we wouldn't be alive. But we are lucky, and we really thank God for everything.
Dude, that'd be crazy. Got an update.
Members of private security forces and armed individuals, along with some off-duty police officers, were some of the first to respond. At which time, an unknown person present at the complex picked up his phone and called his friend, Christian Craighead. He answered the phone and could hear the sound of gunfire coming from the background. The man requested for Craighead's assistance at the complex. He grabbed his gear and jumped in his truck, dodging in and out of traffic and arriving on scene only moments later. He had little to no intel on what was specifically taking place, but the sound of automatic gunfire was evident. Wearing a balaclava, body armor, and freaking Armani jeans. This dude's 007. And he's also got a Black Rifle Coffee Black Beer patch. Craighead armed himself with a Glock 17, a combat knife, and a suppressed Mako C8 carbine rifle. And without orders, relying only on his elite training and battle-proven instincts, the SAS operator went rogue and mobilized himself. And just like that, Obi-Wan Nairobi was born.
Holy shit!
Captain Price our weapon.
Craighead could be seen escorting dozens of civilians out of the complex, and even carrying out the wounded. And with each pull, he turned around and went right back in and did it again. The locals were in awe of a masked foreigner who appeared to be single-handedly taking control of the situation wherever he could. It wasn't long until reinforcements showed up. As police and other Kenyan forces responded to the scene, Kenyan soldiers and police established a perimeter around the complex. Craighead embedded with a group of the soldiers and moved through the complex to continue rescuing employees and guests who were still pinned down within. And footage from the event even shows him leaving those forces behind and taking matters into his own hands to directly engage the enemy. And while clearing buildings and sweeping the courtyards, Craighead located the terrorists and swiftly engaged the enemy, single-handedly killing 2 of them.
Holy shit! Bro got a 2-piece special.
Gunfire altogether had ceased, and authorities and Craighead alike began to clear the rest of the complex, as the actual number of attackers was unknown at this time. He assisted with coordinating logistics with local Kenyan authorities, went room to room searching for remaining attackers, and provided remaining civilians with a safe escort to the outside perimeter of the complex. While it had been thought that the threat had been neutralized, after a few hours, gunfire and explosions were again heard in the early hours on January 16th. As Kenyan police located the remaining 2 gunmen in a hotel room, and after engaging the men, the Kenyan police apprehended the wounded suspects. And by 11:48 p.m., the Kenyan government announced that the 14 Riverside complex had officially been secured.
Hell yeah. Buddy just solo wiped.
"20 Kenyan citizens, an American and a British South African man, died during the attack."
Damn.
The terror group Al-Shabaab issued a statement claiming the attack was coordinated with the assistance of Al-Qaeda as retaliation for the relocation of the U.S. Embassy in Israel.
Damn.
Christian Craighead was awarded a conspicuous gallantry cross for ending the 19-hour siege, which is the second highest honor in the United Kingdom. His heroic actions saved hundreds of lives, and he retired from the SAS in 2020. He wrote a book about the event titled One Man In that is currently pending approval from the Ministry of Defense.
What the hell? Approve that shit ASAP,
Hey guys,
buddy.
if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that.
That was a cool little video. Yeah, cool little video. Cool little video.